I like to cook, I really do, but I can't always take the long way. Sometimes I need a little help in the form of a good shortcut to make things happen in our kitchen when things are really busy for our family, especially when our evenings are just bonkers.
Anybody else want a whiskey?
Yeah.
And let's face it, Maycember is upon us. Can I get an amen? Lord help us, from all of the moms of school-age kids and teens out there. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna show you some very convenient items that I am picking up in the grocery store during these super chaotic weeks that are saving my life right now and my sanity. What's left of it. I really appreciate that grocery stores have been stepping up their game with the prepared dips. It used to be just like French onion dip that you could buy already made up, but now I see buffalo chicken dip, I see tzatziki, I see jalapeno pickle dip, I see bacon cheddar ranch dip, but I don't buy these just to use as dips. I think these are for more than just crackers and chips. I use these as a shortcut to make lots of different meals. This is our favorite at Walmart, the bacon ranch cheddar dip. I also see this at Sam's in like a really big container for a pretty fantastic price. A lot of these make great sauces for pasta or for rice or to throw into casseroles or to top baked potatoes with. I've been using them for years to make kind of a lazy chicken salad where I just take pulled rotisserie chicken and mix it with a container of prepared bacon cheddar dip and then put it on rolls or on like croissants for sandwiches. And in a closely related category are the flavored cream cheeses. I don't think these are quite as versatile as the dips, but they are really great for throwing into a pot of freshly cooked pasta, just stirring it around to coat the pasta for a really easy sauce. Fresh pastas. And this is something that I use a lot as we come into the warmer months because they only take a few minutes to cook once you get your water boiling, as opposed to 10, 12, 15 minutes for the dried pasta. And the short cook time is really great, not just because it comes together quickly, but because in the summer months, I don't want to fire this thing up for very long. And I don't want to fire this thing up at all because it heats up the house and it's already warm enough in the summer. I think $7 for 18 ounces of fresh tortellini is a pretty good deal. I mean, if I'm throwing other stuff in with this will feed my family. But they have a lot of like new options in the raviolis and tortellinis that I have not seen before. Like these tomato, fresh mozzarella and basil, this Italian style beef, Italian basil and Parmesan cheese. These are smaller packages, so I would need two, but lots of good options, especially for like pasta salads coming into the summer. I gotta say, I know that I am paying for the convenience, but I do love a good bagged salad kit. It's not that I mind washing and chopping the lettuce and chopping up the vegetables. I mean, that convenience is nice when we're really busy, but I think the reason I like bagged salad kits so much is that they come with all of the little extra things that I think take a salad up the next level. The little wontons or tortilla strips or the little slivered almonds and the cheeses, plus the dressing. But it's just enough for that particular kit, so I can actually have a lot of variety if I'm picking up 2 or 3 of those salad kits without having to stock a lot of different kinds of salad toppings and croutons and crispy bits and different kinds of dressings in my refrigerator and my pantry. I find these marked down all the time. I just look them over really carefully and make sure that they don't look very brown. If I plan to eat this in the next day or so, I can find some really great deals on like quick lunches or something I can serve alongside a quick dinner as an easy vegetable. And again, coming into the summer months, I know salads are really popular, but also almost any sandwich I make can be turned into a salad. And it can also be turned into a wrap. Wraps and tortillas are saving my life right now because, and hear me out, it will turn quite a lot of meals that I make on the regular immediately portable. And with track meets, band concerts, swim meets, 2 to 3 baseball games a week. Right now, portable dinner is something I really need in my life. I knew someone in college who would throw just about any random thing he would find in the fridge into a tortilla and call it a funk taco. And if wrapping up something yummy in a tortilla, taking it with me, bonus, no utensils required, keeps me out of the concession stand line, then that's a win in my book. Plus, I think it's a lot better option as a rule than those sad little trays of concession stand nachos. Ask me how I know. Last week I used the crock pot to cook up some creamy pesto chicken, and I made these wraps to take with us the various places that we were going that evening, and my family said they were one of the best things that I have made in several months. No joke. Today's video is sponsored by EveryPlate. Kenna and I just got home from a track meet in the next town over. Daniel and Brick are on their way home from a baseball game. Ruthie should be walking in here any minute from a band rehearsal. Everybody's going to be hungry. It is past dinner time. So we're gonna put this no-chop sausage and broccoli Alfredo to the test. I'm actually gonna set the timer and see how long it takes me to put this together because it needs to be quick. I don't want everybody to snack themselves to the point where they won't eat their dinner. And actually, I upgraded this to the shrimp. So it's actually a no-chop shrimp and broccoli Alfredo. A lot of EveryPlate meals already come with many of the items prepared for you, you know, things that are pre-portioned or pre-measured. But I also like to check the weekly menu specifically for the meals that come together very quickly, like under 25 or even 20 minutes. They even have several one-pot meal options, so I'm not stuck washing a lot of dishes afterwards. Okay, here it is, ready to be plated up. And my timer says just over 22 minutes. And that was with filming. And also with waiting for the water to boil, so I'm pretty impressed. Okay, are you with me? Are you paying attention? Because you are not gonna wanna miss this code that is popping up on screen right now. EveryPlate has a fantastic deal going for new members. When you sign up and use my code CMindyMom299, you can get $2.99 a meal on your first box plus 10% off for a month. So if you've been waiting, I feel like that deal makes it worth trying because let's face it, I'm not gonna find any fast food options that will satisfy my hungry teenagers for $2.99 a meal. And personally, I feel like these EveryPlate meals are better than just about anything I can get in a drive-thru. Again, that deal is $2.99 per meal on your first box plus 10% off for a month. You can scan the QR code here or follow the link in the description box and use my code CMindyMom299. And thank you again to EveryPlate for sponsoring today's video. I see the store brand of Uncrustables at Walmart, and I've seen them at Aldi too, but we are brand loyal to these. And my kids are actually very partial to the strawberry Uncrustables. My 12-year-old son eats at least one of these a day right now because he is usually either at the ball field or the ballpark practicing or playing a game, or in the pool swimming 2,500 to 3,000 meters per practice. So he's a hungry boy. And a little package of crackers or a granola bar is just simply not gonna do it. He needs something a little bit more substantial. And that's the case for several of my kids right now. I love that these live in my freezer. It's really easy for them to grab one and take it with them. It'll be the perfect temperature in a few hours when they're ready to have a snack after a hard practice or when they're still a couple hours out from dinner and are just starving. At the time that I'm filming this, I can get a 24 count box of Uncrustable sandwiches at my Sam's Club for less than $15. And my Sam's has been carrying both the grape and the strawberry recently. Add to cart. At $14.97 for 24 Uncrustables, that comes out to around 62 cents per sandwich. And I have priced this out before, and if I am buying like the cheapest bread I can find, the cheapest peanut butter I can find, the cheapest jelly I can find, I might be able to make these for a few pennies less per sandwich. So this is a pretty easy buy for me right now because my time is so valuable, and if I'm spending just a few pennies extra to buy back some of my time, it's actually very worth it to me. Ever since air fryers became a thing, I really feel like frozen chicken nuggets, tenders, chicken patties are having a moment, you know? And I have found so many different ways to use these as a quick meal ingredient. We cook them, chop them up, and put them on salads or put them in wraps. I like to cook up the chicken nuggets and then top them with some kind of like Asian style sauce, like a teriyaki or an orange sauce, and then make rice bowls with them, kind of like a copycat Panda Express. Of course, there's copycat Chick-fil-A. There's lots of options there depending on the kind of chicken you're getting. I also think they're good cooked, chopped up, and then added to like cooked hash browns and maybe scrambled eggs for like a really yummy breakfast bowl. I haven't tried this yet, but I wondered how it would work to cook the tenders and put them in like a hot dog bun and then top them with something, maybe like coleslaw or something like that, or like a chicken Caesar salad, like a chopped chicken Caesar salad, and make yourself almost like a chicken tender slider type situation. I don't know, what do you think? I can find the Just Bare nuggets and tenders a lot of different places, but I can only get the chicken patties, like for copycat chicken sandwiches, at Target or Sprouts, or at least that's the only place that I've seen them in my area. One of the things I love about these Just Bare chicken patties is that at least in this package, there are usually 5 5 patties, and I have 5 people in my family. So trying to find packages that are not just 4 is sometimes tricky, but usually there are 5 in here, which is perfect for us. It is no secret that I spend a lot of time in my mom van. I'm often talking about this. And I cannot tell you with our schedule too the number of times, especially in the last few months, when I have arrived someplace so hungry, but I did not have time to grab something from the house, and I certainly didn't want to go through the drive-thru, and we've already talked about trying to stay away from the concession stand. So I decided it was time to stock my van with just a few easy, non-perishable snacks, but I wanted to stay away from the stuff that isn't gonna do much for my hunger. Like, what are some things that maybe have a little bit more nutritional value than just like a package of crackers, you know? I have these little compartments in the trunk of my van, and they were the perfect place to stash like a bag of pistachios and some cashews, maybe some little applesauce pouches, some beef sticks. This brand is also 100% grass-fed, zero sugar, but they are about $5 cheaper for 8 sticks than the chomps. So I have to like stop the van, you know, park it somewhere, get out, get the actual things that I want to eat. And that's keeping me from like mindlessly snacking on them while I'm just driving around town. But it's really nice for when I arrive someplace like at a track meet and I packed snacks for everybody else but not for myself. I can hit my little snack stash that's in the back of the van, maybe put some of those pistachios in a little Ziploc baggie, take them into the ballpark with me and kind of crack them and eat them while I'm sitting there. Don't sleep on the shelled nuts. You know, if you're a person who likes to eat nuts, I think that those are really great and a lot of times overlooked. And I feel like the things that I have in my little snack stash are better for addressing my hunger than just like a candy bar or a little sack of popcorn that I could buy at the concession stand. And it's kind of tiding me over until I can get home in a few hours and eat a real meal. As I said before, I really do enjoy cooking and spending time in my kitchen. And my family especially enjoys it when I make dessert. I've been working on kind of my go-to cakes and cookie recipes, but baking is not something I have a lot of time for right now. But everybody still likes a sweet treat, right? One of our favorites recently have been instant pudding parfaits. I have to be careful. I don't want to get the cook and serve. But they have white chocolate cheesecake, banana cream in the instant, coconut cream. Ooh, I feel like this is new. I don't know that I've seen coconut cream before. Okay, Better Goods is now carrying some options also. Lots of sugar-free options. We usually just stick with either the chocolate or the vanilla since we like to put stuff in this. These usually take 2 cups of milk if you're buying just the standard 4-serving size. But here's what I've been doing lately. Vanilla protein shake. Now this is only 11 ounces, so I'm going to top it off with milk to 2 cups, so I have the right amount of liquid. Mix, mix, mix. Pop that into the fridge for later. 2 cups of milk has, I think, about 16 grams of protein, depending on the kind of milk that you're using. One of those little 11-ounce vanilla protein shakes has 30 grams, plus about 5 ounces of milk to top off the 2 cups. I'm coming in at 35 grams of protein in here. So when I divide that across 5 people, that's 7 grams of protein. Across 4 people, we're talking 8 grams as opposed to like just a couple. I don't know, I feel like every little bit helps in the protein game, right? It only takes me a couple of minutes to mix up some pudding. As long as I'm doing it a little earlier in the day so it can set up in the refrigerator, we can come back to it later and add all of the things we like chopped up fruit, something crunchy like a graham cracker or a cookie, and usually a little bit of whipped topping. And quite frankly, not only is it very convenient, I find it to be a little bit more efficient, both on the budget and with the calorie count, than ice cream these days. I mean, a half gallon of Blue Bell ice cream runs me close to $10 now. Moms, making it through Maycember, what is saving your life right now, especially in your kitchen? Leave me a comment and let me know. Make sure you are subscribed if you are enjoying this content. Pick out one of these videos to watch next and I'll see you there.